Hey, everybody, what's going on? It is Coach G again. Last week, we talked about self talk, and this week, we will be talking about pre game routines. So, let's get it started. So, what is a pre game routine? A pre-game routine is a set of physical and mental tasks that you do before every game to get you ready to perform and give you the best chance at success. Chances are you are already doing some type of pre-game routine, which is probably running, stretching, throwing the ball. But if you notice, when I defined pregame routine, I said physically and mentally. So the physical and mental tasks that you do. A lot of you, again, are focused on the physical part, which is great. But what about the mental part? Let's add that in. So today we'll be talking about the physical and mental part of pregame routines. Now, pregame routines, they are important. They're important because it reduces your performance anxiety or reduces your pre-performance nerves. As athletes, we get nervous. It's normal, but there are tools out there that we can use to help us reduce those pre-game nerves, and it's a pre-game routine. Pre-game routine also removes distractions. Look, you are more than an athlete. You are a student. You are a son. You are a brother, possibly a brother. You have friends. You may be dating somebody. And with those things, you may have some arguments or you may have a test or an exam that's coming up and you are preoccupied or worried about those things. And in order for you to play your best on the field, you can't bring those things with you. So when you incorporate a pregame routine, it helps you to remove those distractions for the time being. A pregame routine basically helps you to get mentally and physically ready to perform. It gets you in the right mindset to go out there and dominate. So anything that accomplishes those goals can be included in your pregame routine. So let's talk about a few things that you can add to your pregame routine. Most likely you already have one, but it's probably not structured and it's probably inconsistent. So preparation. Preparation is key. Some athletes think that a pregame routine starts the day of the competition or the day of the game, and that is absolutely wrong. A pregame routine actually starts the night before. And what I mean by that is your gym bag. Do you have your gym bag ready with everything that you need? Is your jersey in there? Are your socks in there? Are your shoes in there? Your headphones, your charger, anything you need to help you perform the day of the game needs to be ready and locked in your in your gym book bag or your gym bag that you have. And what I don't want to happen is the next day you wake up and you're looking for your jersey, you're looking for your socks, or you're looking for something that you need and you can't find it. It's lost or it's dirty and now you need to spend time cleaning it. So instead of doing it the day of the game, make sure that it's ready to go the night before. Also, something you could do the night before is something called mental rehearsal. Think about how you want to play in the game the next day. Think about how you want to feel. Think about your goals for the game and think about how you're going to accomplish those goals. Next thing is eating a pregame meal. And not only eating a meal, just making sure you're eating the right thing. You don't want to be out there on the field and your stomach just starts bubbling because you didn't eat the right thing, right? So make sure you are eating a nutritious meal to help you go out there and perform. The next thing is listening to a certain playlist. Now, there are a bunch of athletes who love to listen to music to get them ready to perform. And there are some athletes who don't listen to music. That's absolutely fine. But for those who do listen to music, make sure you dedicate a certain playlist to game day. Just so you know, once that first song starts, you know it's about to go down. You know that you are ready. You're ready to dominate and you are ready to perform. So I highly suggest that you create a playlist that is specific for that game day. Next thing is performing certain stretches. Now, I know as a team, you all were stretched, but is there a certain stretch that you like to do that loosens you up a little bit more? If so, add that to your routine. The next thing is any task, moves, or skills that are relevant to your position to get you ready. You know, as a quarterback, are there certain moves or tasks that you do out there that will help you get ready to prepare? I know several years ago there was a viral meme going around about Dak Prescott of how he was preparing to throw the ball. It was during his warm up. It went viral and people made fun of him, but that was his pregame routine. That was helping him get ready to throw the ball. So whatever you need to do that is tasks or skills or moves that you need to do before a game to help you get ready, add that to your pregame routine. The next thing is this is something you don't have to do, but putting something on. right? Is there a certain headband that you like to put on? Is there a certain undershirt that you like to put on? A sweatband? Anything that you put on that gives you that sense of, okay, I'm ready to perform. I think it was either Carmelo Anthony or Allen Iverson who put on a sleeve around their arm. Come to find out, there was nothing wrong with their arm at all. They just like putting on the sleeves and it helped them to get ready to perform. And the last three are critical. The last three is what I teach my athletes all the time. And if you do it correctly, if you do it consistently, this is going to be the cheat code for you. This is what gets you in the zone. This is the MVP of your pregame routine. And I don't mean MVP by most valuable player. I mean MVP by meditation, visualization, positive self-talk. So let's quickly take a look at those three. Meditation, visualization, positive self-talk. Now, I'm sure you all know who this person is right here. Is Michigan QB JJ McCarthy. And he is doing his MVP right there. What this picture doesn't show is the amount of cameras in front of his face taking his picture while he is doing this. If you just search JJ McCarthy meditating, you'll see it all over the internet. He's doing it at home. He's doing it at away games. He does it every single day. So let's dive a little bit deeper on MVP. So the M part is mindfulness meditation. Now, there are a lot of ways that you could do this. I just picked two. The first one is the 6-8 breaths. So you are going to inhale for 6 seconds. You're going to pause for 2. And then you are going to exhale for 8 seconds. So when you inhale, it's like you're smelling flowers and you are expanding your belly. And if you want to, you could put your hand on top of your belly and feel it expand. And you're going to inhale for 6, pause for 2, and then exhale. When you exhale, you are actually emptying out your stomach where your belly button, just think of your belly button trying to reach your spine. And you are exhaling slowly as if you're blowing bubbles. So this is what it looks like. And just by doing that just one time, I feel so relaxed. So imagine if you do it 3 times. Imagine if you do it for 2 to 3 minutes before a game. That is going to put you in that zone, that relaxing state to get you ready to perform. The next one is a body scan. This is where you put your attention and focus to different body parts for about 1 to 2 breaths. So you can either start at your feet or you can start at your head. And if you start at your feet, this is what it looks like. You put your focus and attention to your feet. You'll inhale and exhale, and then you put your attention and focus to something else, another body part as you move up, your calves and your shins. You do a couple of breaths there, and then you move on to your thighs and your hamstrings. You put your attention and focus there. You do a couple of breaths there as well, and then you move up to your torso, attention and focus there, a couple of breaths. Then you move on to your shoulder and back, a couple of breaths there. Then you move on your focus to your neck, a couple of breaths there, and then you put your focus and attention to your head and a couple of breaths there. Then you could do it over again, but then at this point, you could start at your head and go all the way down. Next, after you are doing your mindfulness meditation piece, you jump right on over to visualization. Visualization is basically you visualizing yourself at doing your best, performing your best, feeling your best. So I like my athletes to visualize 2 scenarios. I want them to visualize their past success because that is one area where confidence comes from, past success. So visualize yourself when you had your best game, your best catch, your best throw, your best tackle. How did you feel? What were the sensations going through your body? What did it look like? What did it sound like? Visualize all of that. Put yourself in that performance. Put yourself back in that performance and visualize you playing one of your best games. Put yourself back in that moment. After you visualize your past success, I want you then to visualize your future success for that game, for that opponent you are going against that game. What does it look like you throwing a pass? What does it look like you catching a pass? What does it look like you tackling that opponent? Look at their jersey. What number are you tackling if you want to get down to those details? Visualize yourself playing your best game against that opponent. I also want you to visualize yourself bouncing back from a mistake. You make a mistake, visualize yourself dusting it off and getting back into the team huddle and listening for the next play, right? Because that's what true champions do. They bounce back quickly. Then last but not least is the positive self-talk. We learned about this last session. That the positive self-talk while you're doing the entire MVP process, you either say this out loud or you say this to yourself. What are some affirmations you could say to yourself? I'm the best quarterback out there. I am confident. I am resilient. I'm the best player here. I am dominant. Nothing goes through me. I have the best hands in this game. I am the best. I came here to play. I came here to win. What are those affirmations? What are those self-talk things you could say to yourself to get yourself hyped up and to build your confidence? Another thing I want to say about pregame routines, make sure you keep it simple. Don't try to overcomplicate it. The more you overcomplicate it, the less effective it'll be for you. Second, personalize your pregame routine. Don't look at someone else's pregame routine and try to jack it and make it yours. Personalize your own pregame routine, make it yours, make it mean something to you. Third, be consistent with it. If it's your pregame routine and if you know that it's going to help you get ready for games, do it every single game. Don't do it one game, then miss it the next game, then try to do it a third game, and then next thing you know, you stop doing it for like 3 or 4 games in a row. Make sure you are consistent with your pregame routine. And that falls back to it being simple. If it's simple enough, you'll be able to do it for all your games. Lastly, make sure it's flexible. You know that you do not play on your home field every game. You're going to travel to some games. You're going to travel to some games. Some fields are not the same as yours. So make sure your pregame routine is flexible. Also, there are times where you may not get the same amount of time to warm up. So be mindful to keep your pregame routine flexible so that you could change it up just a tad bit. Now, as you know, I love to end everything with quotes. And this quote is, one important key to success is self-confidence. An important key to self-confidence is preparation. So moving forward, I want you all to start having a pregame routine. I don't want you going to your games without a plan. I want you to physically and mentally prepare yourself for your games the right way and make sure it's consistent and know that it starts the night before. Thank you all. Once again, my name is Coach G. I am a mental toughness coach, a keynote speaker. I help athletes like you build their confidence, build their resilience, and create a winning mindset so that they could play up to their full potential without the self-doubt and without the fear of failure. Until next time, I'll see you soon.